Can we just talk about your tank top?
This is chunky knit.
Dude, that is unbelievable. I mean,
Chunky knit tank for the summer.
What happens is the longer I wear it, the more loose it gets. Pretty
Tiny
soon,
singles,
it's
yeah,
going to be
I
a
love it.
dress. And I'm just going to
gonna be a
take
maxi
I'm
dress.
going to take my pants off and just wear this
perfect,
thing.
dude.
We bring something different to the screen that this new generation does.
Yeah.
We're like that 0.9% of germs that Lysol doesn't kill. Just can't get rid of us.
That's exactly,
exactly
what I was
what we are.
thinking.
I just love the fact that no matter how old TJ and I get, if someone farts, we're going to laugh.
If I ever stop laughing at that, I will quit.
Still-
E.T.,
still
thank
need
you.
to see other
Thank you for
people.
bringing us closer together.
What's up, guys? I'm Johnny Bananas.
I'm Aneesa Ferreira.
And I'm TJ Lavin.
And
We are spilling the ET.
Yeah, we're spilling the E.T.
Well, hot.
It's real
It's
hot.
hot tea. It's piping.
If you're here, it's because you've been a part of Challenge history. We've chosen the toughest players in 40 seasons.
Aneesa, first question is to you. You're on the hot seat, just so you know. You've competed in 17 seasons, and you've made it to the final multiple times, but you still have not taken home that elusive W.
Yeah.
How motivated were you to bring home that win on Battle of the Eras?
Very, actually. I think this is the first time I stepped out of the doing okay is fine enough and really wanting to be part of the winner's circle. You won, what, 6 times? Like, seven.
Seven
Sorry.
times.
Whatever, it's more than a handful. I mean, that's ridiculous.
The only person that has won more than me, TJ's mom, has won 8 World Cups.
She has. She's really good at soccer.
So I want to be part of the winner's circle with my friends. I just feel like it's time. I've trained. I feel good. I want to win.
Yeah, I mean, that's... But, Aneesa, some of the best athletes that we've ever known in professional sports never had that championship. So that's not
I know.
that's not any sort of like stain or knock on what you've brought to the show all these years, because you truly have withstood the test of time.
Thank you.
And every time I go on a season and I see you there, it's like, just makes you feel better.
Aw.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh,
For real.
thanks, Teach.
We bring something different to the screen that this new generation does.
Yeah, I know. Somebody's got to show them the way, though.
Yeah.
True
Yeah,
facts.
when we retire, we need somebody to do something.
We're like that 0.9% of germs that Lysol doesn't kill. Just can't get rid of us.
That's exactly,
exactly
what I was
what we are.
thinking. I'm your host. My name is TJ Lavin. I'm a professional BMX third jumper.
TJ, the challenge has been on the air since 1998, and you've been hosting since 2005, just short of 20 years. How do you feel the show has evolved over the years?
Oh, well, I mean, I think it's going backwards. I think we're all dumber and we're all worse. And it's incredible. I mean, when I started, we were making up, challenges on the go, whatever we had to do, we would do it. Now they're pre-planned 6 months ahead of time. Everybody's on the books, making sure that we have the best stunt team in the world. Now we have 10 camera crews, you know what I mean? And
Right.
just everyone, it's just evolved into a movie, essentially, is what we're doing
And
nowadays.
pretty much a professional sport. I
Yeah.
remember when I first started, I mean, I think I came onto the scene when it was just making that evolution, that transition from being campy carnival games to a
Yes.
sport.
Yes.
I remember when we didn't have a gym, we didn't have a workout equipment.
Right.
Now
Oh,
got
we
people
didn't
show
care.
up. People show up in like legit shape.
Yeah.
People are working out all the time, and it's almost like a cat and mouse game where it's almost like the better we get at competition, the more difficult the
yeah.
challenges get. But the problem is, the older I get, the challengers stay the same. They keep getting younger, and that's
Not to
difficult.
mention, there's a lot of complaining going on when the challenges get too hard.
Yeah.
So, not from you guys, but from some of the newer people, they were definitely complaining a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, you weren't here. Like,
I mean, we're used to it.
this is a different deal, bro. Like, so.
Back in the day, it was like
Yeah.
the Wild West.
Yeah,
It
but
was.
John, come on, man! Shut the up, dude, I know.
It still was hard, and there still was
It's-
competition. It was hard in a different way, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were all young, and we were all like competitive, but
Hard
also,
knocks.
Yeah, I also think Real World and Road Rules kids really made the show different than.
We were cut. Listen, we were cut from a different cloth.
Yeah.
I think back in the day. I think you look at the old school. I mean, you look at season 40. You look at Era 1.
That's
and
just the
part of
world,
Era
though.
2.
Isn't
Yeah.
it? It's just the world. So it's the world
I
is
know
different.
that.
You know,
I
the
know.
world is different nowadays. So,
Yeah, but the Golden Era was
Bananas.
great.
TJ.
When you were having a conversation with your mom,
Okay.
did she know that you competed in 24 seasons and you only won 7 of them? I mean, 24 seasons and you
Makes me
only
feel a
won
little
7.
bit better.
I know.
Can she do any better than that? I mean, Jesus.
I mean,
Bananas.
I don't think so. I mean, to this day, my parents are still giving me for not using my college diploma for anything other than
Yeah, I hear you.
going on reality television. and
Okay, that's
jerk off.
enough. Now,
That was the actual question?
No.
Well, I'll tell you, the only
How
person.
important is how important is the championship title? And will you ever stop competing the challenge, or do you have anybody that can carry on that torch for you?
Well, TJ, as a fellow, competitor, you know that you never hit a point where you're like, I've won enough.
Nope.
You never hit a point where you're like, you know what, I've got
Ever.
enough trophies on my shelf, I've got enough notches on my belt. So no, man, I mean, it's the hardest win, and the one you want the most is that next one.
Yep.
What I've found very difficult, and I've realized this over the past few seasons, especially after winning 7 times. It's almost like because you've been there and because you've stood on top of that mountain, you've hoisted up that trophy. It's almost like that hunger and that drive is not as intense as the guys who've never won before. So I'm now obviously competing. It's like I see it in finals now. I see it in competition. These guys are so hungry for their first win, and it's so hard to like match that intensity, especially because it's impossible.
Yeah.
Especially because I am not. And I hate to say this, but it's like I'm just not the guy that I used to be as far as like
25-year-old
You're back
Johnny.
in.
Right.
Yeah, because
Right.
back in the day when I was really like knocking home the wins a lot, my biggest motivation for winning was so I didn't have to come home and get a real job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
back then it was like if I didn't go on and if I didn't win, I wasn't getting paid enough to like make a living. So I had to then win in order to keep the ride going.
Can we just talk about your tank top?
This is chunky knit.
Dude, that is unbelievable. I mean,
Chunky knit tank for the summer.
that is incredible.
It goes
Hey, I
for
appreciate
summer
it.
and winter. It's
I've
an
never
all
seen
weather,
a chunky knit tank top in my
all-weather
life.
TJ, I thought you'd
chunky
like this.
knit.
I've never seen
Yeah,
it. I've
yeah.
never seen it.
I
No.
was gonna wear it in Vietnam
That
for
thing
season
is
40,
serious.
but I didn't want to distract all the attention
If you
away.
spread it out in certain sections, it could actually show your nipples through that.
You can't see them?
You could get some air there.
No,
You can't see my
No,
nipples
but at
through this
least
thing?
this
it
is
out.
big enough to get it airflow.
There it is, dude.
Hey, I
Yeah.
appreciate. You
I'm
know,
into
TJ,
it.
that's the nicest thing you've ever said. Well, I was
into
gonna
it.
wear linen, but you were already doing that, so I had to go with your
I already
chunky knit.
bit the bullet for you. You're welcome.
And this season, I mean, I wanted to win. I honestly, okay, I can say this now that a lot of challengers have had children. It's not out of the realm of possibility that I will still be competing when their kids are on the challenge. And I might be competing against Leroy's kids.
And I'll still be hosting.
You'll still be hosting. I'll still be competing.
might end up hosting.
With tennis balls on our walker. Yeah.
There you go.
Aneesa will still,
I'll push him in.
Yeah. Aneesa will still be rolling ankles. Aneesa, what country is on your bucket list to take the challenge
To be honest, I would love to go back to any country in South America.
Okay.
I thought when we did All Stars, Bariloche, San Martin de los Andes, one of the prettiest places I've ever been in my life. I would love to go back to Brazil. You weren't there long because we
wasn't.
put you in the first elimination.
Yep, I was.
And you went home.
I made a huge mistake. I'm on my way home.
Thanks for
I guess-
reopening
I
that
guess
old
your
wound. You want
housemate.
to talk about Cutthroat while we're at it?
No, actually, I wasn't there, so I don't really care that much that you were back. I loved Brazil. I thought Buzios was gorgeous.
Buzios is beautiful.
It had the perfect weather. Like, weather also factors in, like, the best weather for a challenge. Vietnam, probably not high on my list. New Zealand, very high on my list.
Very high.
I can take snow. I could take 50 degrees. I cannot take 99 degrees.
What about Whistler?
95.
Whistler.
I didn't get
See,
to go.
I didn't go to any of the. Dude, I
Yeah.
didn't go to New Zealand. I didn't go to
Oh my
Whistler.
God.
I was
God.
in
New Zealand
Buzios
was-
for a day. I know.
New Zealand was so spiritual and like so gorgeous, and the mountains.
I miss all the
and
cool locations.
I thought
My
I did too.
real world season was in Key West in August.
Yeah, you know
Okay.
what? You kind of got the end of the stick, but now you're thriving.
Well,
Now you go everywhere. in that tank top.
I'm gonna go
She's
everywhere.
right.
I'm never taking this off.
Dude, if you do, I'm gonna be really pissed.
It's your next interview look for the whole season. You have to wear just cable
And you know what
knit.
happens is the longer I wear it, the more loose it gets.
Oh yeah, because
knit.
these were shorter.
Southeast
Pretty
Limey
soon
Seagulls,
it's
I
gonna be a
love it.
dress, and I'm just gonna
It's gonna
take
be a
my
maxi
I'm gonna
dress.
take my pants off and just wear this
Perfect,
thing.
dude.
Every time we turn around, there's another twist.
Oh my God.
We don't know how it's going to be played out.
Instant karma.
TJ, who's an all-star that hasn't come back or hasn't come back in a long time you'd like to see compete again?
I think probably Alton.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Alton would be pretty sick. I haven't seen him for a bit, and he's pretty good
Alton is
from what I
very good.
remember. You know,
Yeah.
he'd be fun to watch.
He wanted to run in cowboy boots instead of the competition sneakers because they hurt his feet.
Also, I think maybe somebody that would be real good, it would be like a Kenny Senatucci or somebody like that.
Touch the
would
third
be-
rail. Yeah.
Would be really cool.
Bring the tooch back.
Yeah.
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 I mean, he's in excellent shape.
Yeah.
He's
doing
he's
everything.
a beast.
Jiu-jitsu.
And I see him out there, and I'm like, dude, he'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Landon.
Landon would be awesome.
Yeah,
Lando
Landon would be
Commando?
great. Yeah, Landon would be
Evelyn?
awesome.
Still got the personality.
Ev would be amazing.
Evelyn?
Ev would be.
The fights.
She'd be
that
fun to
would-
see.
I mean, we got Emily Schramm back this season. She's
Yeah,
been away
we
for a
did.
while. We've been
We
waiting to
did.
get her back.
What you do today is gonna burn your tomorrow.
Don't accuse me of ever again.
I am the right hand of the devil.
She's gonna read some cards for us. She's gonna pull some cards and read our
Some
auras. and
tarot cards.
I'm really excited for that.
So, just real quick question for Bananas. Hopefully, you know the answer to this trivia question, but this is the end all be all of stupidest answers I've ever had in my life, which you definitely performed both of them. What language do they speak in Australia?
Okay, so
I'm just asking, just real quick.
Don't
I
explain
know
why
now
you
what it
don't.
is.
What
it's Dutch, dude.
What is the official language spoken in Australia?
Touch?
What?
Jesus. The correct answer is English.
Australia was a Dutch colony.
Duh. Yeah.
That's where your brain went?
and they play rugby, and rugby players are called Dutchmen. So
That's where your brain went during that question?
yeah, because
Not English.
Here's why: because I have an elevated, I have an elevated
He's elevated something. He's got an elevated something.
sense of
Right.
enlightenment,
I
right?
thought it was ego, but yeah.
That too, and sense of humor. So when I hear a question like that, I'm like, yo, you can't go for the low hanging fruit, the easiest answer. You have to overthink it.
Yeah.
I play chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
that's what it is.
Okay.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But the real question.
The answer, his first answer was your mom. And I was like, oh my God. That was
It can't
amazing.
be it.
Yeah, no.
We were up there dangling by dental floss.
You know how hard it is, man. You can't even, dude. When you're
Yeah,
up
it
there,
is.
you know how dangerous and painful this fall is going to be. You don't know when it's going to happen. Someone asks you to spell your own name, you can't do
No,
it.
it's
So-
tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough. Well, you know, you get paused.
It's like eating a hot wing and then trying to answer a question.
yeah, or drinking
Or
hot tea.
think.
You know what I'm saying?
Was that the actual question?
Spill the ET. Yeah.
I'm down. All right, guys. Well,
Stupid idiot.
Believe me, the stupidity that I feel is punishment enough.
Aneesa, what's something people don't know about me on versus off TV?
I think
The camera adds 2 inches.
I have never seen it, so I don't know. But
Don't lie.
I meant to my shoe size.
Come on.
What are you talking about?
Oh, your shoe size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
geez.
that's it. I've
Yo,
definitely
get your
seen
head
feet.
together.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Weirdo.
Really? I wasn't talking about.
Ew.
Talking about his hands.
It's a kid show. Jesus Christ.
I think
On
that you're
this-
sweeter off of. I mean, we're in a high stress environment. I think you definitely provide like comedic relief, musical relief. Like you do all of those fun things. But I can say that you are who you are. So I think you're a little bit nicer because it's not as ridiculously pressurized. Like you don't feel so stressed. But I think you're you all the time, and I like the consistency in someone's like person.
Authenticity.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
That's one thing I can say about
consistently
Bananas.
authentic, not just like
He is.
some of the time. He's consistent.
There's no joke. There's no.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
love
I
it.
I enjoy that about you.
I just love the fact that no matter how old TJ and I get, if someone farts, we're going to laugh about it.
No matter what.
Wait,
No matter-
so
no
why?
matter
Because
what.
it's usually you or Darrell.
No
It
matter
is, and
what.
it's funny, and
It's
it doesn't
so funny.
matter.
It never gets
I
old.
don't give a care. I'm gonna laugh for the rest of my life. And if I
You
ever
cackle,
stop
too.
laughing at that, I will quit.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
that life sucks. Like, my life is definitely taking a turn for the worse.
If farts aren't funny anymore.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm
I
done.
think they are
I'm
funny.
like, all right, uncle.
If they want a battle, it's war.
You have never seen a battle like this before.
Aneesa, if I ever did stop hosting the challenge, which I'm not going to, I'm going to be doing this damn thing till I'm dead. But however, if I did die, maybe, you know? And I wasn't the host anymore. Yeah, it is pretty funny. Who of the cast would be a great replacement?
Horacio.
Yes.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Lying.
Great answer. No, that's
right.
exactly what I was thinking.
To be honest,
I don't know why you would have
spice
said
it up. Give it a little more pizzazz.
Yes. It's not shiny enough. You're
That's
not doing a good enough
perfect.
job. We need somebody who talks
Yeah,
more.
let's get it.
I mean, Johnny and I are pretty good at what we do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we co-hosted or one of us ended up doing it. I mean,
Spilled
I
some
wouldn't.
tea.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, I know Mark Long would probably be really enthusiastic about it, but
You think?
perhaps.
He's
Just a little
actually,
bit.
I check my drink twice when he hands it to me. I'm like,
Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good point.
So Johnny and I, okay, I think would be good. I think it would be good.
yeah.
Co-host. I like that.
Yeah. TJ, if you could build a team to compete with, who would you choose? You have 3 people. that you could
3?
choose. Yes.
That's a real simple answer. You for the eliminations, because you are the elimination queen, no matter what. Bananas for the sense of humor and guitar playing, and so he can get me through the season. You know, he could hold my hand. And then Horacio to send him out there for all the hard that we don't want to do. You know, all of us
Horacio,
don't
you
want to
take
do
this
it.
one.
And it's a running race. Oh, it's a sprint? Okay, Horacio, you're up.
All right, hold on, Horacio. You have to have a conversation. Bananas, I'm tapping you.
Yep, exactly. Oh, we're getting sent to elimination? No problem. I got to go for that.
I love that.
Keeping it
Better.
real. I mean, I didn't know any of that stuff about you, Aneesa. Bananas.
Yeah,
Despite what everybody says about you, I still love you.
You know what? Likewise. I
know?
don't care what people say about
Yeah,
you. You're
exactly.
actually not a bad guy, TJ.
I love all of you. All 2 of you.
I love you. I love you too, Aneesa. But I still,
E.T.,
still
thank
need
you.
to see other
Thank you for
people.
bringing us closer together.